And to make his maiden speech, Mike Hill.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to make my maiden speech today. As the first person in my family to attend university on a grant and a wing and a prayer, I know just how difficult it is to survive university, let alone be saddled with debt as a result of tuition fees. Madam Deputy Speaker, may I begin by paying tribute to the people who elected me, the most wonderful, friendly, warm-hearted and welcoming of people. And it's an honour and a privilege to represent Hartlepoolians in this House. I should also like to pay tribute to the town's previous MPs, Ian Wright, Peter Mandelson and Ted Ledbetter. Sadly, I did not know Ted, but I do know that he was a true and a much respected constituency MP, and that is something I aspire to emulate. I would like to thank Peter Mandelson for his energy and effort in helping to regenerate the town and throwing his weight behind some wonderful projects such as our most beautiful and world-class marina. And for flying the flag for that little-known northern delicacy, guacamole. As for my immediate predecessor, Ian Wright, who can ever forget his true tenacity and ruthlessness as chair of BIS as he exposed the disgraceful and completely unacceptable exploitation of workers at Sports Direct, together with his dogged determination to stand up for British home store workers who lost their jobs in the blink of an eye with the subsequent pension scandal that followed. Yes, we lost our BHS in Hartlepool too, and yes, Philip Green deserved to lose his knighthood over it. Madam Deputy Speaker, at the turn of this century, I had the good fortune of landing a new job with the trade union Unison. And of all the places I could have lived in the wonderful region that is the North East, I chose to live in Hartlepool. As I said earlier, the people are warm and welcoming. They are straight-talking and honest folk. But they were not the only attraction. Hartlepool is a real hidden gem. It is a beautiful coastal town steeped in history. From Greetham to the Fens, from Elwick Village to Hart Village, from the prehistoric petrified forest scene at low tide at Seaton Carew to the medieval St Hills Church on the headland, there is history everywhere. Robert de Bruce is famously connected with the town. It has sitting in a dry dock in its centre one of Nelson's original flagships, the HMS Trincomalee. We have recently welcomed to the town the new Royal Navy Museum of the North, and the Huff Battery on the headland, a survivor of the first bombardment of British soil from the sea in the First World War, is a hidden treasure. Hartlepool truly has a wonderful tourist offer, and I am proud to be here to promote it today. Madam Deputy Speaker, my constituents are no fools. They know their own minds and speak plainly. They voted massively for Brexit, 69.5%, the highest vote in the North East. But that did not mean they were converts to UKIP or the Tories, as UKIP found out when they lost their deposit in the general election, and as the Tories found out, when we increased our majority. So I thank the Prime Minister for deciding to go to the polls early. The fact that they voted in the local football mascot, Hangus the Monkey, as their first ever elected mayor, shows their humour and ability to challenge the establishment when they need to. Madam Deputy Speaker, unlike the monkey mayor, I did not get elected for promoting free bananas for every primary school pupil, but I did so on the promise that I would fight for those kids, for their schools, for the NHS, for our hospital and for our public services, and against the government that is hell-bent on breaking them. Madam Deputy Speaker, I would like to pay tribute to all those who supported me in getting elected to this strange place, particularly my family who are with us in the gallery, to my mother and to my father who passed away in February this year, my dad, Mr Robert Hill, from the other monkey town, of Haywood in Lancashire, was a true inspiration, and he will be proud of me today. Yes, it is true. I moved from one monkey town to another and became its MP. You simply couldn't make that one up, could you? Mr. Speaker, Madam Deputy Speaker, my experience here so far has inspired me all the more to do what I promised to set out to do. Hartlepool is a wonderful place, yet it has some of the most deprived wards in the country. Life expectancy for women is the second lowest in the country, and unemployment is significantly higher than any other town in the North East. It is my job and my determination to fight tooth and nail in this place against the constant attacks on our people and on our communities by the failed austerity agenda delivered by a government that is disconnected and uncaring of our people and our communities. I want to champion and fight also for mental health services, as mental health is a growing issue emerging from austerity, and as a former union official for health workers who themselves fall ill and often suffer a second-class service when it comes to their own treatment. I want also to champion and fight for the trade union movement and the cooperative movement. I am proud of my cooperative roots and proud of my union roots. I pay personal tribute to all my work colleagues and friends in Unison, and in particular to my Secretary Angela and everyone at the Middlesbrough office who are nothing short of family to me. Madam Deputy Speaker, I would also like to pay tribute to a true inspiration and giant of the trade union movement, Mr Rodney Bickerstaff, my friend and former General Secretary of Unison, a brilliant man and working class hero who is currently suffering from a terrible illness and is having an operation today. I wish him well. Yeah. Madam Deputy Speaker, I am unashamedly a trade unionist, and my constituencies know that. My constituents know that, and know that I am a tried and tested campaigner. I am privileged to have their support and to be able to do what I said I would do. Fly the flag for Hartlepool, put the town on the map, and fight every inch of the way for the people who elected me. Thank you.
Sir Peter Bottomley.
Speaker, the House will know I wasn't here for most of the debate, but I would, from this side, like to join with the Honourable Member for Hartlepool in sending best wishes to Rodney Bickerstaff, who I knew during my various roles. Can I say to the Honourable Member for Hartlepool and to his supporters, congratulations on doubling the majority of his predecessor, and the House will look forward to many more contributions from him. The less controversial ones will be welcomed, his commitment to investment in his constituency, private and public, and the more controversial ones may get a riposte later on. But congratulations to him.